In this video demonstration, we're going to show you two ways of being able to set up a file that has something like a Duplo, DualSense, or even the Scodex, different types of embellishments. So historically, we've all been familiar with making a CMYK file with a spot color. So the design on the left, we have our CMYK, we've got a spot foil for the bronze, and then we've got a Duplo spot color setup on the left hand side. So let's just take a look at that. So that green area is the Duplo spot color, and those elements are set to overprint, and therefore you get your varnish on top of the file. The other way, which is the way that needs to be done mechanically for the machine, is they want a black separation. Now you can create a spot color and it can be black, and then you can just output it as a black, or you can just literally make a black plate as a separate one. So two different ways of working it. I'll demonstrate both of them, because you can do it as a combined file and bring it in, it will automatically map it all for you, or you can layer it in separately. So depending which way you like to work, I'm going to show you both ways. And it's the same, like I said, whether it's Duplo, Scodex, or whatever. Okay, so first of all, image on the left, let's make a PDF file of that. So let's save a copy. I'm going to do a PDF file, let's make a new folder. Let's do page 1 on its own. And we're going to call this one all in. So everything's all in that PDF file. We're now going to do the same thing, but we're going to do a second process. So the way we're going to do this is we're going to delete the varnish. So all we have now on that file on the left hand side is the CMYK design element plus that spot foil from our bronze. And I'm going to make a PDF file for this black. Now they need to be separate PDF files. If you make a multi-page PDF and you bring it into V3R, all you're going to be able to do is switch between the pages. You're not going to be able to put one page on top of the other. We need to add a layer on top, so they have to be separate. So save a copy. You don't have to save a copy if you don't want to. I'm just doing it to the way I like to work. Okay, so let's call this one CMYK plus. Let's call it CMYK plus for this one. Okay, make sure I save in the right folder. Moved it to the wrong folder. Let me move it over on the screen. Okay, now we're going to do the second page. Whoops. Save a copy. PDF. Get it in the folder this time. This time I'm going to do page 2, and this one is going to be Duplo black. Just so we know what it is. Okay, so now we're going to go over to the V3R software. Select a PDF file, and let's do the all-in first. So what's happening here is it's going to take your PDF file, it's going to rip it. Now a couple of things to mention: if you see a spinny thing on the screen, it is working, it's doing something, so be patient. Depending on the speed of your computer, the size of your file, the amount of spot colors or layering, etc., it takes more time. We work in high resolution because we prefer quality over a fast render. Okay, so there we go. File's being built. So because it automatically had Duplo in there, it was recognized as a spot color. It's already got pre-configured settings put in that we've already set in there. Now obviously you can override all these settings, save your own. Do check out the presets video on how all that works. But for now, we can see in there we have our foil at the top. We have our varnish, and that varnish has got two different levels of depth to it. We've got the high gloss, high build, and then we've got that lower glossy, more like a matte type effect coming through because of the tint that was set in the artwork file. So really simple and easy to be able to do it as a combined file all in one. Okay, so we're going to do it the other way now. Let's select a PDF file. This time we're going to go and add that CMYK with our bronze foil. So that's basically our base layer. And then we're going to bring in that black Duplo plate and put it over the top. So in this instance, we're just going to get a basically flat black with some white text and bronze foil. And I'll show you how it works. So there we go, we've got our foil. So if you notice next to the color separations, we've got a plus symbol. So click it, and you have two options. You can add a flood layer. So for example, if I go in here and I could add a lamination layer. So add that in there if you want to do a lamination, and then you can change and play around with, lamination, and is it kind of reflective, is it more matte, is there some texture to it, etc. So that's how that flood layer works. Now we could also add on another layer on top of it, import layer from PDF file, and that's what we want for this one. So we're going to go to that Duplo black. Now, when you save a PDF file, even if you only have black in it, it's going to give you CMYK separations. It's just the way that it works. And if you don't believe me, save a file with just black in it, open up a PDF file in Acrobat, go to the separation preview, and you'll see it says CMYK, even though there's nothing on it. So we don't want to import all of them. Now, I'm unchecking this because I like to just make sure that I don't override my things when I'm doing demonstrations. If you want to, you can leave it switched on, and it will remember these settings. Okay, so black, we need that, but we need to override what it wants to do. So we're going to say, okay, override and map it to Duplo. The others, we're going to say override and ignore it. So we're basically saying don't bring anything in for any other layers, just literally bring in that black layer as a Duplo. Confirm that mapping, and then it will add that in over the top as a Duplo separation. Now, it does bring in your name because it's in your spot color. Your spot color was black, so it's going to bring it in there, but you can see it's all set up for you. So we now have that Duplo built in as a secondary layer. So there you go, 2 different ways of working with your file. Either have it as an embedded spot color and set it up, or as a 2-pass process. And that 2-pass process, you can do it for adding in like sleeking. So if you are doing a digital foil where you output a black toner, same method applies. The black toner will be brought in, same method as what we just did with this varnish here, but we would map it to a foil. And that's the easiest way to do it. So there will be another video tutorial on how to do it for sleeking, but for this one, this is all about the varnish. If you have any questions or concerns, please do reach out to us for support. And if you have any questions, I'm always happy to answer. And if you have any feature requests, shout out, and if we can build it, we will add it.